we've had quite a few goals over the course of the last 2 days. 30 goals in our 9 live Premier League games here on Prime Video. Seems a lifetime ago that myself and Patrice were at the G-Tech Stadium in West London to see Tottenham Hotspur coming from behind yet again to draw against Brentford. Fulham put 3 past Crystal Palace. Everton's poor run of form continued as they went down 2-1 at home to Wolves. Newcastle United on fire, as they were before the World Cup break. 3-0 winners away to Leicester. Brighton beat Southampton 3-1 yesterday. Liverpool, same scoreline, away to Aston Villa. And Arsenal's pursuit of that Premier League title shows no signs of slowing down, even with the World Cup hiatus for the season. 3-1 winners against struggling West 2 play each other next Wednesday. What a huge game that is going to be. Right, when we come back.
Finally, you can buy English football at a very low price. Enjoy Premier League and Champions League full replay matches, as well as analysis shows from Premier League TV, BBC, BT Sports, and Sky Sports. Uncut with full footage. Enjoy weekend reviews, previews, tactical analysis, and more. Join us today at the link in the description below. www.primeshows.net.
That, and I can only confirm, and it's a pleasure to work with him, and I think everyone sees how important his role is, and the performance, the level he brings into the team, that's huge. Yes.
How pleased are you with the levels that particularly that the guys who are out of the World Cup have shown since they returned? Impressive against Burnley in the League Cup and impressive again tonight. The attitude of the returning players, has for you it been spot on?
I think they grow in the season, and I think our players performed really well in the World Cup. All the players, I was really happy to see that, and now they continue. Stay in that performance, stay on that level, and keep going and progress from game to game.
We spoke to Marcus a moment ago, and he was talking about the set-piece goal that you scored. Looked like one off the training ground. How much emphasis do you put on set pieces and their importance to your game?
It's important. Today football is really important. Set plays that you score out of it. Don't concede them. If you see this round in the Premier League, I think many goals on set plays. So yeah, we have to be good in. Be fair. Just before halftime, we were not 100% focused, and you concede a goal. So it decides games. So you have to be good in it.
And was it you taking the credit, or one of your coaches that did that?
We have
always the manager. Always the manager.
No.
I think your team is playing very well tonight again, and I don't know if you will agree with me. I want Man United to be more clinical. I wanted like more goal, and I will stay positive because there's always room for improvement. But especially with the goal difference, I want the striker to finish, like to be more killer in front of the goal, because actually we've been in control the total of the game, but that's the only things I will say is missed for United, to be more clinical.
I can confirm that. That's what I said in the dressing room. We have to score more goals. I think we created so many chances, and it takes us just before end to make the third goal. And I think we have to finish this game on an early moment. I think just after halftime, I think we created two really good chances. You have to finish that game on an earlier moment. Life is going to be more easy. Many games are to come. You can then save more the energy. So it's better for everyone. But also for the progress of the team, you need that more clinical. You call it more clinical. I think our players can score. You can see that Martial is a goal scorer, Rashford is a goal scorer, Bruno Fernandes will score his goals. So we have a lot of players who can score goals. But what you say, we have to be ruthless.
And coach, just one question about Martial. Did you take him off because of his fitness, to make sure, because he's been a lot of problem in the past. People talk a lot about Martial, but his fitness always have been an issue. That's why you take him off the pitch?
His fitness is not a problem. But in the first season half he was a lot of injured. I think he is fit to play, and I'm sure when this game against Wolves was not in 3 days, I would let him stay on. But to keep the freshness in this stage from the season with him, because he was that long way out, I want to save him. so he's fresh on the Saturday again.
Are you happy with the squad situation? It looks as though whenever you make changes from the bench, other players come on, exciting players, young players, that's got good interaction, good changes.
Yeah, I think you are right. I think all the subs they did well. Fred scored a goal, brings energy. Donny van der Beek came really well in.
Yeah.
Garnacho had some good actions. Anthony Langa also in the end lively, and Harry Maguire as well. We needed that because Rafa didn't train for 1 week. Now he played 70 minutes, and then Harry came in and did it also well. So I'm happy with all the subs today.
We know historically that when the January transfer window opens, getting the right players available at the right price is very, very difficult at this time of year. Are you in the market for a striker during January? How hopeful are you of bringing someone in if you are?
I think we are always in the market, but what you say, it has to match so the sportive criteria, but also the financial criteria, and we do what we can to bring that player in what we need.
Can we just talk about Cody Gakpo, because everything we hear that this was a player that this club were definitely interested in. It now looks like he's heading to Liverpool. Was he very much on your radar or not?
I don't talk about individual cases. We are looking for offensive players. We are looking for a striker. Would be good because with the games coming, so many after each other, every third day, and it's tough. We want to play in all the leagues where we are now in. We want to stay in those leagues. So it hopefully it keep going till the end of the season. So you need numbers in the squad to cover that all.
I thought Luke Shaw played very well at the heart of defence, coming out to the left-hand side and looked very comfortable in that position.
What I said, it looks like Luke is playing there whole his life as centre half. He did a fantastic job. So that's good to know. We have options there. And also, that is also what you need in your squad, that you have players who can play multifunctional, more positions.
And also Bissongwa, because he looked like he didn't have any future for United. And he played in the Cup, he played tonight, an amazing game. So what's the future also for Bissaka?
For who?
Bissaka.
Bissaka?
Yeah.
He did well as well. And he had a difficult first season half, a lot of injuries, some illnesses. The break was good for him. He could join the team. He joined the training camp in Spain. So now he's fit, and you see his development fitness-wise, and then also you see he's coming into the team and he's doing a good job.
You're homing in on Tottenham, who's sitting fourth. You've got that game in hand as well. In terms of what's happening with the ownership and the club as a general at the moment, do you feel a sense of optimism around Old Trafford at the moment?
It feels like that, and we keep we will be positive, and we have to. But it's about developing the team. I think it's a weird season because normally you have you are half a season, around half a season now. But there are still 4 games to go in the first season half. So there's going to be a lot to happen for the whole Premier League. So we have to look from game to game and focus on the process, and that's it. So we focus on Wolves. Doing better than today. Sharp game plan, and go for that for the next 3 points.
Well done on the win this evening, Eric. Appreciate
You're
your time.
welcome.
Thank you ever so much.
You're welcome.
Well done.
Gentlemen, let's treat Everest fan club in town, Marcus, before you arrive. It is very much yours. In terms of your performance levels at the moment, are they as good as they've ever been?
I don't know if they're as good as they've ever been, but I'm definitely enjoying that. We're winning a lot more football games, and I think the level of play has been a lot higher. So, I'm happy with the way that we're developing at the minute, and I hope that we can keep kicking on.
Do you feel you're playing with more of a freedom this season than perhaps what we saw from you last season?
Yeah, it's a complete different mindset to last season. I think it's a different team. We're playing different football. So yeah, we should be scoring more goals and winning more games.
How has your mindset changed from last season to this?
I think for me, when you're not in the team and you're coming on, it's a different mindset in terms of you have to think about making an impact all the time, and you're not quite sure when you're going to get another chance on goal or another chance on the pitch. So it is definitely a different mindset, different mentality. But like I said, I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing at the minute.
Marcus, great finish for your goal. It looked like it was one from the training ground as well, the way it was worked. How much have you practiced that one?
Yeah, we didn't practice it too much, but it was definitely one from the training ground. We've seen from some of their clips, myself in them positions in games, and I want to score goals, and I think for me, if I can keep getting myself in positions like that, I spoke to him about putting me in the box for corners as well, but because usually I'm on the edge of the box, but I want to be in the box, I want to be where the goals are scored and where it can be a threat.
Where's your preference to play? On a flank coming in or down the middle? I mean, he switched you late on in the game down the middle. Where's your preference? I
think it depends on opposition. It depends on personnel that you're playing against. I think more often than not, I prefer to play on the left. But if there's a weakness in the middle, or there's, and that's what I see, and that's why I'm really proud of you, and just keep doing what you're doing, because that's exactly what I feel about you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You look happy at the moment. Do you feel happy?
Yeah, when we win, I'm happy.
Every player's happy when they win. I mean, in terms of the World Cup, yes, disappointing in terms of how England went out and the stage they went out, but you personally coming back from the World Cup, what was your mentality? Was it a positive experience overall for you personally?
No, I feel like we could have done better, with the team that we've got, and we could have went further in the tournament. We obviously played against a really good French team. But I feel, we played well. We had the chances to do a little bit more in the game. But sometimes in football it doesn't happen, and it's important. And to try and the disappointment, you feel so low, you have to try and use that time before the next game, before you come back to club, to just get rid of the negative energy, because there's no time to have it here, because you're going to lose games. So I think it's a massive help for the lads that didn't go to the World Cup, because when we come back, they made us smile, and they made us feel welcome to be back at the club again. So it's important that we had that atmosphere. 10
goals in all competitions so far for United this season. You're probably not going to reveal what the target is, but do you have definite personal targets in mind for this season?
Yeah, I think every forward always has a number that they want to try and reach, and for me it's just to score more than I've ever scored before in a season. So I think it's 20, 23, 22, something like that. So yeah, I need to try and keep scoring goals and keep affecting the games.
Marcus, I need to let you go. Really appreciate your time this evening. Well done on scoring yes again. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Well done.
When it arrives, I mean, he's always going to be cagey about what the number is. I don't blame any striker for being that, because people are there to whip you if you don't get near it. But what realistically should it be from what we've seen from him so far this season? 10 already for United.
Well, all in, then he should be getting 20 a season, including all the cups and whatever. In terms of the league, then if he can be getting 15, then that'd be a very good return. As I said before the game, I do feel that Manchester United need that number 9, whether it's Martial or another player. But I do feel that Rashford is better on the left. He will contribute decent number of goals every year, but he's not going to be the Ruud van Nistelrooy, the Van Persie, the Rooney that scores 30 plus a season. So
or the Michael
very
Owen.
Good. Not here. But no, obviously a huge asset to this football club. Gives them something different, gives them pace, gives them directness, and he played well again tonight.
He's been rather modest, saying they hadn't worked too much on the set-piece routine that opened up the scoring for United tonight, but it certainly looked like they had been.
It did. He said they'd worked on it, but not much. But you can see it's not a corner that necessarily needs lots and lots of practice. It's trying to shift an area, as we see it here. Marcus is at the back post, Mangala's picking him up, and he just breaks free and runs around the outside, and he uses the bunch of people, let's say, to block Mangala. And it's actually quite funny, because I thought Varane was going to block this space for him. I'm not sure whether he was going to run there and thought, I'm in the wrong place here. But anyway, he's ended up blocking his man, and then you've got Martial blocking his man, and it all sets up perfectly, Stuart, for a nice little bit of space for Rashford to finish.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, Forrest will be disappointed. Everyone's flat-footed there. There's been no movement at all, and Marcus has run 10 metres. And my proviso is the one that moves the furthest and the quickest is often the one who gets on the end of things. And this is obviously a well-worked goal, but as Michael pointed out earlier, that is not an easy finish. No. He's made it look very, very easy.
Patrice, it was only 3 minutes and 4 seconds later that United had their second, and it all started down here over in that far corner. Casemiro acting as a left back with the tackle, and then United went forward at pace. There was plenty to admire about this guy.
You say one name, Casemiro. For me, he's my man of the match. tonight. What a soldier. He's doing everything. And he's the one doing that amazing tackle for the midfield. And also let's not forget Bruno Fernandes here, the pass to Marcus Rashford. And after Marcus Rashford with his quality, like we say, on the wing is more effective, putting the ball to Martial. And I'm happy with Martial. I talked with him after the game. I say I want more goal from him, but also I want him to stay fit. And that's really important. And I think that's why the manager take him off, because he's taking care of his fitness also. Always.
Well, the man you've just been speaking about, the manager, Erik ten Hag, has joined us pitch side. So let's very quickly, Eric, just talk